So in this video, we're going to talk about how men unconsciously reject women. And this is an awesome topic because I love to say when I'm giving a talk that it's not really about you learning to attract women as much as it's you learning to stop rejecting women, stop telling women no. You don't realize you're doing this, of course, or you would stop it, but men are built to attract women. I mean, think about this for a minute. Men have been attracting women since time began, or you wouldn't be here, right? You're built to attract women by nature. The masculine attracts the feminine. And if you've got a sense of your masculinity, by law of polarity, you are going to attract femininity. They are polarized together. So let's take a deeper look at this. How are you rejecting women if you're built to attract them? And it really boils down to who you're being at a deep level when you see a beautiful woman that you're attracted to. Who you're being before you even move. Like when you see her, what do you feel in your body? Do you feel this sense of dread, nervousness, fear, anxiety? Do you feel this fear coming over you? Do you feel a sense of depression or heaviness? Guys feel a lot of things. And then the next thing we do as men is we try to cover that up. I'm gonna act confident. I'm gonna pretend to be confident. I'm gonna walk over there and I'm gonna push that down and I'm gonna show up anyways. And a lot of times we're even lying to ourselves, and that's where the big problem comes in, is we're telling ourselves, nope, I'm confident, when in reality you're scared shitless. And I know this from personal experience. This is how I was. I would look at a beautiful woman and all these heavy thoughts would shoot off in the background, but then I would deny them, ignore them, and say, nope, I'm gonna do this anyways. And in the old days of the pickup community, they would call this plowing. I'm just gonna plow forward anyways. Well, what happens is when you have all that negative garbage in the background, when you have all that negative thought beating you up and attacking you and making you feel like crap and you're in denial of it, your body still has to deal with it. Your subconscious still has to deal with it. Your subcommunication starts to show it. Have you ever heard of micro expressions? Well, we give off these little expressions that tell people how we feel all the time. And not just one of them, but we give off a lot of them. We give off tons of micro expressions and they happen in a fraction of a second. And one's going off after another. So I can act confident all I want. I can pretend to be confident all I want. I can pretend to be the guy that women want all I want. But our subcommunication is still gonna tell her otherwise. And we're gonna do little tiny behaviors over and over and over again to get her to reject us. Well, why would we do that? I mean, consciously, I want her in my life. Why would I try to get her to reject me? Because deep down inside, your nervous system, that part of you that's kind of doing its own thing, is because of the pain or the nervousness or the negative self-talk, wants to get her out of your life. Because whatever you associate with pain, even if it's something you want, your body is going to try to get rid of it. Whatever you associate with pleasure, even if it's something you don't want, your body is going to try to pull into your life. So let's say, for example, you really don't want that donut consciously, but your body likes the donut. So your body's going to create cravings for donuts all the time, every morning, to get you to try to eat that donut because it creates pleasure in your body. We call this the pain-pleasure principle. Let's say that that eating that healthy salad is great for you, and you know it's going to get you to your goal. You know, and every day you're like, I'm gonna eat a salad for lunch. But if that salad creates pain in the sense of, oh, it tastes horrible, I really want that donut, oh, why do I have to eat this salad? And those types of thoughts are going off in the background and you keep denying them, what happens? Then your body starts to try to get that salad out of your life. It creates more of those thoughts. It amplifies that feeling. It amplifies the emotions and the heaviness that goes with it till pretty soon you're like, I can't take another salad. Then you go binge on something else. And this is the pain-pleasure principle. This happens with women too. You see that beautiful woman, you're like, oh, I want her, I want to be with her. But as you get closer and closer, because you have all these stories about being rejected, hurt, abandoned as a child, all this stuff coming up, what does your body do? It starts to create more anxiety, more fear, more pain. You try to push that down and then it builds like a volcano. And then you're walking up to her and your subcommunication sucks because you're like, your head's cocked back a little bit. It's a little to the side. You're not looking to her straight on. You're like, hey, how you doing? You're trying to act cool. You're not feeling any of your emotions. You're not even feeling your turn on because you're so nervous. And she feels all of this. And then you can say all the perfect lines. You can say everything just right. But because your subcommunication sucks, none of it will work. It's the difference between me walking up and saying, hi, my name's Brian, I just wanted to meet you. There's something about you, you're really beautiful. And I'm a little pulled back, I'm a little cocked to the side here. Hopefully you can see this through the camera. I'm not feeling my emotions. And me walking up, looking her right in the eyes, feeling all my emotions, feeling my turn on, feeling my curiosity for her, and saying, hi, I just had to come over here. There's something about you. I just really wanted to meet you. What's your name? And that difference is huge. Some of the ways we reject women are like pulling our head back, looking down our nose just a little bit. This is super common with guys. You don't even realize you're doing it, but your eyesight should be looking right at her, right in the eyes. And usually you're pulled up a little bit looking down. And what this does is it decreases the tension and it decreases the emotional vulnerability between you and her. Another one is turning your head to the side. Another one is pulling up, your energy up. This is what they work on in yoga and meditation, is to get yourself feeling down the front of your body so you can feel more emotion. So you pull your energy up, you kind of lock out here and you're like, hey, how you doing? And there's this sense that you're a talking head more than anything, and you can't feel the emotions that way either. Other ways is we pull out of our hand, and this is a weird one, but your hand literally gets more clammy, more cold. It feels like the energy's pulling back because that's I think it has to do with blood flow and things like this in the body from nervousness, and she feels that difference in your body. There's so many more, it's kind of ridiculous. It's a lot of it has to do with voice tone too, and that's another one that's really common. Your voice has such an effect on women, it's crazy. And so if you come up and your voice tone's going up, hey, hi, my name's Brian, what's yours? I just wanted to come say hi. You're really pretty, and that difference is huge versus, hi, my name's Brian. I just had to come say hi to you. You're very beautiful, what's your name? Or, there's something about you, I really love your eyes. And feeling that difference in your energy is really powerful for her. And I'm not even taking this, some guys are way worse at this than I am. I mean, what I'm doing is pretty minor. So I see some that are blown way out, so I'm not exaggerating here. Other ones are numbed out voice tones, heavy, depressed. Like, for example, hi, my name's Brian, what's your name? Or a self-defeated tone. Hi. Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to really come say hi. And these little tonal shifts make a big difference. Now I'm trying to make them up on the fly. I think what would be best is if one of these days I get some different people in here that are actually running through this, and maybe we do some before and afters. We'll have to see on that. These are just some examples of ways we reject. And if you don't start fixing these little things, then it's gonna be really hard to get anything to work. There was a friend of mine years ago who started out by trying to meet women just by saying hi, walking up to them on the street, how you doing? It didn't work. And so he determined early on that just saying hi to women didn't work. They had to come up with something clever. So he started learning all this banter and all this clever stuff and all this cocky funny, and it started to work at a certain point. He'd walk up and he'd come up with all these routines to impress a woman when he first walked up, to get in the door and then get to know them. But then a few years after that, he started to relax more and more. He started to get more comfortable in his own body. He started to build his own belief in his ability to meet women. And this weird thing started to happen. The thing he started with, hi, my name is Brian, started to work. He just walked up to women now and said, hey, what's up? How you doing? And they started to like him. And he thought this was bizarre. But he goes, I really believe in myself more now, and that's the only reason I can see this change. Well, the truth is that his confidence went up and his subcommunication changed. His self-esteem went up, his subcommunication changed. His self-love went up and his subcommunication changed. His ability to be comfortable being turned on and enjoying a woman without feeling weird about it grew, and the way she felt about him changed. So to try to change all this subcommunication is awesome. Don't try to make a list, though, of what I just told you. What you actually need to do is change how you feel about yourself inside, and the subcommunication changes naturally. Because in truth, if you're male and you like being masculine, you're designed to polarize the feminine. You're designed to attract the feminine. And if you're not attracting the feminine, what it really boils down to is, on some level, you're finding a way to reject them more than you need to learn techniques to try to attract them. Yes, some technique helps, but in reality, just remember, you are designed to attract women. Let's get that subconscious belief, the part of you that's pushing them away, changed. Do the work and watch what happens. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to check out thefearlessman.com to find out more about us and to learn about where our live events are going on, because I'd love to meet you in person so you can ask me your questions in person. Also, make sure to comment in the video. I want to hear what you have to say. I also want to hear about what other kind of videos that you want to see, because this channel's for you and I want to make sure I'm bringing the best videos possible for you. And with all that said, remember, only the confident really live. Get that started. You see, a lot of men have trouble walking up and saying hi to women in bars, in nightclubs, environments like that. And that first 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 3 minutes is really important. It could be up to 5 minutes. It's that awkward with women, but all of life. Like, for example, sales, businessmen, anything you're doing with buddies, you're going to start to course correct so subtly with that steering wheel that it's going to look like you're going perfectly straight. And you're going to end up at your destination. And that's what happens.